What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So we have another spooky season look, and this is gonna be a jack-o'-lantern. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been really trying to lock in and post like a look every day because I literally have enough makeup looks for every single day of October. And then I have a whole bunch of other spooky season looks or spooky season videos that I'm supposed to be posting. But I'm trying to catch up on everything. It's been a lot going on, but I have faith in myself that I'm gonna get as much content posted as I need to. If anything, some that content will just be posted in November, and then I'll just try and post like anything that's like really necessary for like October in October. But anyways, when I was doing this look, I literally just freehanded it. That's how I do the majority of my looks. But I drew the line in the middle because I knew I wanted that to be the center, so that was gonna help me make sure when I draw this triangle it's like somewhat symmetrical or like it makes sense. But yeah, like you could like use like a eyeliner pencil, or you could use like eyeshadow to like map it out before you do this. But I feel like for me, I feel like I can do it like without having to do all that, just because I do makeup all the time. There are some weeks when I do 30 to 5 makeup looks, which is crazy when I really think about it. But then I think about like high school Ariel, and high school Ariel used to do her makeup like any chance I had, like after school, all that stuff. I'm just doing my makeup. Before school, I'm doing my makeup. And you know how many times I've worn makeup to work this year? I don't even know. It's not enough times, because I be tired. Like, I don't even be want to wake up in the morning. I be dreading it. Even though, I feel like, life has been getting better, but I still don't be want to wake up in the morning. Like, it's not even that I'm not a morning person, because I feel like I'll be cool in the morning, but it's just like, I want to wake up when I want to wake up, and I don't want to have to go to work. But, I'm an adult, so I have to, actually do shit. But yeah, I'm just using this black color fix from Nesmerize Beauty because I feel like this is one of the best bases for what I'm doing, like face paint looks or like colorful looks or whatever. I just feel like this product is just one of my favorite products for that. And I decided to just set it with translucent powder. I didn't necessarily have to set it because these do dry down matte, but I don't know, whenever I do my eyeshadow base and stuff, or I'm gonna do eyeshadow on top of something, I really do want to make sure that it's like set as possible. That way, I don't have any issues when I'm like blending out my eyeshadows. So that's like the main reason why I set this. And I just use a translucent powder to do it, just so it doesn't have any tint or change, because I want my eyeshadow to look good. And I just went ahead and sprayed it with the Black Radiance Hydrating Setting Spray, just to make sure it doesn't dry and get crumbly or cakey or whatever. And I'm going in with my Fiery 2.0 palette from Beauty Bay. I told y'all I love the Beauty Bay palettes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably have 5 or 6 of them, and I want more, but it's just so hard to justify certain purchases now, just because of the tariffs and everything. I want to buy certain things, but it's I don't want to risk my package coming in and they're like, oh, you owe hundreds of dollars for this. Hell the fuck no. Yeah, because y'all can keep it at that point, because I don't want this shit at that point. But anyways, I just wanted to do a basic smoky eye. I knew I wanted to do a cut crease, so I just did the brown and the black just to add some sort of dimension, so it pops out a little bit more. And yeah, I just use fluffier eyeshadow brushes, because those are the easiest ones to do when you're trying to blend out big areas. And I went ahead and just did the under eye area, just because whenever I'm doing a look where I have to basically do my entire eye area, it's easier for me to just do everything with my eye versus just doing how I normally do. Whenever I have my normal bases on, I just do my top eyes, and then I do my base, and then after I set my face, then I'll do my under eye area. But it just made sense for me to do it like this, if I don't know. But yeah, I was which 2 colors I want to use, and I actually ended up using both. And I'm not gonna lie to you, these color fix from Nesmerize Beauty Chef's Kiss, they are a pretty penny. They're $20 each. And you know how many I have of this, and you know how many more I need to get, because I'm running out of certain colors. And yeah, I just know that I'm gonna have to have a whole Danessa haul later on this year. It ain't gonna be no time soon, you feel me? Because I'm trying to really use up as much of my makeup as possible before I really go and buy any more makeup, especially since holiday season's coming up. But yeah, I just used a flat concealer brush to carve out my cut crease, and then I added that darker orange shade towards the end, just to give it a little bit more dimension. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't necessarily have to set this cut crease with a shimmer or whatever, but I just feel whenever you use the color fix for like a cut crease or like whatever, like, or a base, and you go on top of the pigment, I just feel like it just stands out a little bit more, and the long wear is a little bit better. So yeah, that's why I do this. But I'm just patting on a goldy like yellow shade, and then I'm doing both sides like at the same time, just because whenever I do my makeup I have to do, you know, the sides back to back instead of just doing all on one eye, because I would forget what in the world I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie to you, like my brain, she be on, but sometimes she may be on Do Not Disturb, I can't lie to you. But I'm adding that orangey shade on the end, and I'm not gonna lie to you, this is one of my favorite like cut creases that I've done, because I remember when I did this, I was like, this shit is, I knew it was gonna be a look just based off the cut crease in itself. And that's how you know you really like a makeup look, is when you're not even anywhere near done, like you just got started and you're like, oh yeah, this finna be it. And I just went ahead and used my Essence Super Precise eyeliner to line my top lashes. This is one of my favorite eyeliners. Like I've restocked on this multiple times. It's not that much, it's like $4 I think at Ulta. So you know, that's not bad for like an eyeliner that's actually like pretty pigmented, and like it stays on, I feel like, a pretty good, like, you know, amount of time, and I haven't really had any issues with it. And then I'm just going in with this orangey color from the Color Fix, and before I even do my base, I feel like it would be easier for me to just clean up the actual triangle area. So that's what you see me doing right now. I have like a flat concealer brush, and like I said, I have multiple like brushes of like the same type, but just like different products, or maybe even the same ones. But yeah, these type of like brushes you have to have on here, or like at least for me, I use these for so many different things that it's really necessary for me to have like multiple versions of it. And then before I even do the rest of my face, you have to blend this out, because the Color Fix will dry down very fast, and if you try to do your entire face at once, like put product all over your face, areas are going to dry down, and then it's going to be hard to move, because that shit is like matte and it's like long. Like this is some serious stuff right here. And I went ahead and like applied like some on my forehead using that like smaller concealer brush that I had, and I'm just blending it out now. I just cut out a lot of footage, because I'm not gonna lie to you, when I be like editing videos, like I be wanting to have like, you know, a good amount of footage, but I feel like some stuff is just repetitive or it's like unnecessary to show. Like, so that's why, you know, my videos are sometimes shorter. But I'm not gonna lie to you, this video, I think the content was like 55 minutes, which is not bad, because like I have had a lot of like videos like that I recorded, and I have like over like 70 minutes of like footage, and those are the ones that like I know I'm doing something crazy. And it's sometimes annoying, because I use iMovie to like edit my like videos and stuff, and like when I edit like those longer videos and I'm like deleting stuff, sometimes it gets to the point where like, you know, I'll delete something and it takes me all the way back to the front, and I have to like go all the way back, and I have to be careful about how much I'm like, you know, basically like cutting, like, you know, and deleting and stuff. And like it's just a lot. Like I would love to find like a better like platform, but I do like iMovie, I'm not gonna lie to you. I prefer this over like any Adobe like, you know, products and stuff. But if there's anything that you feel like would be a good space to like edit, please let me know. And then I'm just going in with Dreamsicle, which is another Color Fix. It's like a lighter like orangey shade. Like I feel like it's orange, but like if you look closely, like it can slick give like a like skin tone shade. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've used it for skin tone stuff when I've done like illustrations on my forehead. So, you know, I feel like when it comes to like you doing your makeup, really just do what you do. You feel me? Like literally just do what you do. Like, because am I a conventional makeup artist? No, I be using like, who told me to put Color Fix all over my face? I don't think Danessa really, you know, was thinking about doing that when she made these products, but they're actually really good face paint products. I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably some of my favorite. I feel like my favorite for real, top one, or I mean number one. But yeah, it is Monday, y'all, and I'm literally editing this video, and I'm ready to like lay down and chill. But I was like, Ariel, we have to post a look every day, because I have to catch up, because I took like a little second off because I was just overwhelmed with everything. It was like volleyball district games going on, like staying, like practice. It was just so much going on that like I kind of just like got burnt out. And even just with school added on top of it, I just was over it, and like I wanted to post so much. But sometimes I do have to take a step back, and you know, I want to beat myself up, because I was like, I'm posting every day of October, and I like went like a week or so without posting. But you know, I have to take care of my mental health, because if I'm over here fucked up, I'm not going to post no videos for real. I'm gonna be gone for even longer than I want to be gone. So I just think about that sometimes whenever like I like get off of like, being consistent, because I have been being consistent with my YouTube channel for years now, and I'm praying that one day, I truly get the recognition I deserve from this stuff, because it's kind of sad sometimes, like looking at my like views or like my likes and stuff. It's like I'll get one like every like 10-15 videos, and then like I usually don't even have more than like 2 views on the videos. Like I have some that are like 4 views, I have some that are like higher than that, but it's like it's some videos that I know I've posted within the last couple of weeks that have no views at all, and it's just like I don't know, like I believe in myself, and like I'm doing this regardless, just because like I like it at this point, and it's something to do. But sometimes it's annoying and it's frustrating to feel like you're putting in so much work to try and create a good product, and it's not being seen or it's not being appreciated as you want it to be appreciated. But I'm still, keep it together and like try to be as committed as possible, because I love doing my makeup. I really, truly, and honestly would love to do special effects makeup, and that's something that I'm working towards. And the only way I can work towards that is if I'm practicing, and I don't always have people to practice on, so I gotta practice on myself and do what I need to do. So yeah. But anyways, it's been a week and it's only Monday. But I'm excited for life right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like there is a lot of like, good things happening. I'm just taking it step by step and trying to really just move intentionally and like, with care and with passion and stuff. But yeah, whenever I do my like face paints looks and stuff, like I don't always worry about like the base, like the cream or liquid base being like hella opaque, just because I know for a fact that I'm normally going to use like neon or chalk pigment from Jackolantern Cosmetics on top, and it just changes the whole vibe. Like it just makes it so much more opaque, which I love them. Like I know these are also probably not for your entire face. I'm pretty sure this is just for eyeshadow or whatever, but I do what I do. And I was trying to use this red like eyeshadow as a blush, and as you see, it was giving nothing. It was giving nothing. So I was like, you know what, let me just take one of my neon prismatic pigments and just do it like this, and there we go. But yeah, I love jelly wings. Like they're pretty affordable, and that's where I get majority of my pigments and my glitters from. So I definitely suggest you check them out. And I feel like my codes still work. It should be Artistry's Ariel. It might give you a little change off, but just support your girl. And I like set my face again with that hydrating setting spray. When it comes to like my face paint looks, or looks where I'm doing a lot of like products where they're like long wear or like matte and stuff, I feel like it's really important for me to use hydrating setting sprays as much as possible throughout the process, just so everything melts down together, and by the end I don't want it to look cakey, you feel me? But I use hydrating setting sprays throughout my normal makeup routine anyway, but I feel like it's even more important when I'm doing looks like these. And then I wanted to like make my face look like how a pumpkin looks, like the like different sections of whatever. So that's what you see me doing right now. And at first I was gonna use like this orange shade, but that shade did not even show up on this, so I just went in with the brown shade, because at least it was gonna give me some dimension and it's gonna stand out from like the base, because I need to stand out and not look like it's the same color, because then at that point I'm just wasting time, like just doing designs and stuff. But I like to do my base first before I start like really trying to transform something into like a different shape or whatever. But that's just me. And yeah, I just use eyeshadow brush, and I cut out a lot of footage because I was like, I feel like this is repetitive at this point. But what do y'all want to see from me for the holiday season? Because it's coming close. Like I feel like it's far away, but at the same time, like time is gonna go by so fast, and I'm gonna look up and it's gonna be freaking Christmas, which I feel like I'm excited for this holiday season, just because I feel like things are gonna be a little bit different, because I can't talk about it right now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really trying to figure out like this last chapter of 2025, and like kind of like the last chapter of me being 26, because I'm finna be 27 in a couple months, which is crazy. Like I don't feel old, and I wouldn't consider myself old, but it's just like I'm so much farther in life than I ever imagined. Like girl, I didn't even see myself making it this far. So I just have to give myself a round of applause sometimes, because it's like I have been through some very, lovely mental, moments of my life. And, I didn't always want to, see, if the grass is going to be greener, you feel me? But I'm glad that I did see, because the grass is definitely greener and shit. We got flowers blooming over here, everything. We got wildlife, we got butterflies, we got deers and shit. But yeah. Anyways, back to the makeup look. I literally free-handed this. Like, I probably should have been looking at a reference while I was doing this, but I looked at the reference like beforehand, and I just started just doing shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I literally was like, okay, let's see if this makes sense. And then I just filled it in. I'm using the color fix again for this area, because why not? And then I was like trying to like be like precise with like the lines, because I don't want to mess it up. But I got a bigger brush, so I can go ahead and do like the bigger area. So that's what you see me doing here. And then like I'll just like tidy up everything with the little brush when I'm done, because that little brush was gonna take me 10 years to just do that. And I still gotta put rhinestones on. Girl, be for real. But yeah, I like I don't know. Sometimes when it comes to my makeup, like I see the vision, and sometimes it's just like you be going through the makeup process, and you're just like, okay, let's keep going. Like this may not be giving exactly what I wanted to give, but sometimes you have to trust the process. And I feel like 90% of the time I have to trust the process. And sometimes when I do a makeup look, after I do it, sometimes I'm not feeling it. But then once I take off my actual makeup, and like I chill for a second, and I look through pictures, I'm like, okay, this kind of ate. This kind of ate. And of course I'm putting glitter on my brow, because why not? Like any chance that I can get to put glitter somewhere, I'm gonna do it. So I just used a glitter jelly from Jackolantern Cosmetics, and I think this is Crypt. I've been using this like black glitter so much that I feel like I'm probably gonna run out like soon. And then I'm going in with my About Face Shadow Stick and Kill the Lights. This is one of my favorite eyeliners, probably my number one eyeliner, not gonna lie to you. Going back in with that hydrating setting spray at this moment to make sure everything is melting. And I'm just taking some clear lash glue, and I'm applying these rhinestones from Get Stone. These are the gunmetal rhinestones. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, whenever I want to do a rhinestone look, I like love the concept, and I see the vision, and I want to commit to it. And it's like the process of me doing it, I'm like, bro, I cannot wait to be done, because sometimes it takes me like 20 to 30 minutes just to put the rhinestones on. That's crazy. And of course I stopped filming like all the footage of me putting rhinestones on, because I feel like it's just wasting time in storage, and I don't want to sit here and edit 30 minutes of me just doing rhinestones. So we just do it in sections, you feel me? But I feel like clear lash glue is like the easiest thing I've used to like put on like rhinestones. I've tried to use glitter glue, but it was like not getting tacky enough, so it just was not giving what it was supposed to give. And I'm just going back in with that black color fix, because I was looking at my face, and there were some areas like where I had the black that needed to be a little bit more filled in, like you can kind of see my skin poking out. So that's why I was doing that. And I'm just going in with my mascara, and I do a bigger one, or like a volumizing mascara on my top lashes, just because I want them to be voluminous. Oh my god, I almost couldn't say that, but I want them to be bigger, and I'm not worried about them being as precise as my bottom lashes. So I do use usually a lengthening mascara for my bottom lashes. That way I just have a little bit more control. Like I like the messy look, but I want it to be controlled mess, if that makes sense. And I'm just going in with these I Envy lashes, and these used to be some of my favorite lashes like a couple years ago. I'm not gonna lie to you, like those are the only lashes I got. Like I remember it was like 2023. Yeah, these lashes were my fave. But put them like mirror underneath your face, and I feel like that's so much easier for you to apply lashes, because you can see if it's on your lash line, and then make sure you're holding it, because you want it to actually like stick. And this is basically the end of the look, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And I just want to say I love y'all so much, and I hope y'all have a good rest of your week, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.